So, engaging versus bracing. I think one of the easiest ways to explain this is, and this is the way that kind of one of my teachers put it recently, and I like this definition, that there is a difference between relaxing muscles and releasing muscles when you're using the body. So, for example, if I have my arms up out to the side and I relax them, they're going to come down. But if I have my arms out to the side and I release the unnecessary tension, my job is to say, what can I relax while keeping my arms in this position and actively engaged? So this is the really simple exercise I'm going to have you do. And this is more of an awareness exercise. And you can use this philosophical concept for pretty much any movement that you do statically, and it can give you information. So what you're going to do is you are going to raise and lower your arms a few times. And as you're raising and lowering your arms, I want you to notice where you may be carrying tension in your shoulders. So are my shoulders relaxed as I raise the arms, or can I actually feel my shoulder elevating towards my ears as my arms come out to the side? And I want you to play around with how far can I raise my arms before I feel that happening. And if your shoulders are really tight, you might find that you can't go very far, and that is okay. We're noticing where bracing begins to occur in this very simple motion. And then what I want you to do is, once you get to that edge where you feel like the shoulders start to elevate, I want you to hold that position. And then I want you to think about reaching the fingers away from one another. And you'll close your eyes in this position, and you're going to maybe hold it anywhere from a minute to 2, and you could hold it for up to 5. It's a lot more intense. And your job once you're here is to think about the idea of release. Every time you breathe out, you visualize releasing as much tension from this as possible without losing the position of your arms. And so every time I exhale, I think, okay, let go. And see if I can allow my shoulders to relax a little bit more. See if I can find a little bit more extension through the arms. And notice for these moments where the musculature starts to try and creep in again. Is there a point where my shoulders start to elevate because of the intensity of what I'm feeling? Do I start to grip my jaw as I'm feeling sensation? Do I need to lower my arms a little bit so that this exercise continues to be doable? And as soon as you get to the point where you can no longer maintain the relaxed quality of this, lower your arms. An awareness exercise. We don't necessarily want to take this to the point where you can no longer release into it, because that's just where the nervous system gets overwhelmed. And this idea of trying to release into a physical movement is a great way to explore bracing versus engaging, how it shows up in your practice. One really good litmus test I will tell you is, generally when we are bracing into something, we're often going to feel more restriction or tightness after coming out of it. So for me, holding those arms up in the air, after doing that and focusing on engaging more and bracing less, my shoulders actually feel more comfortable and dropped. And I find across the board that that tends to hold true, that when we figure out how to release into something and maintain the engagement, that the body actually feels more functional, more mobile than it did before. And this is a great litmus test. So play with that and see what awareness you get from it.